What's going on, everybody? My name's Applesauce. Welcome to GrokTalk, the interview situation. Grok is out sick, but I will be covering for him. Our esteemed guest today is Echo. How are you, man?
Dude, I'm doing fine. Thank you.
I'm glad to hear that you're doing fine. So you are a moderator of the Moon Subcircuit, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So whenever you first became a mod, what was your first sort of role or responsibility that was given to you?
I believe it was helping you out, though I did not much of that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you sort of went into, like, we both became mods at the same time. I think I was literally in the mod channel, like, maybe 30 seconds before you.
Yeah.
And then it was, nobody really knew what we were supposed to do. I just, like, bombarded everyone with questions. And you just kind of sat there and said, I'm a mod now. Which was a pretty Kekona way of going about it. Yeah.
When she assigned me to do shit with you, I was
Well,
like, I'd rather just, like...
do your own thing?
I mean, yeah, I like doing the YouTube thing, like with the Twitch VODs to YouTube, because we weren't really doing that at the time.
Yeah, I think you did really well going off on your own. Me and Pasta pretty much had everything handled with just us two. There wasn't that big of a responsibility to have you along for the ride. But anyhow, if I recall, you are the creator of the Tournament News, #TournamentNews.
Yes.
The channel. Let's go back and do a little bit of a time capsule, if we will, and go to the very first post of Tournament News by Echo. Quote, "It's like the announcement channel, but it goes deeper into the team news. If you pick up a player, change your team name, drop from a team, or anything else newsworthy, DM me and I will post it here. Let's get right into the news." And shortly after you said, "Breaking news, apparently Korn has charged a wall today. Nothing new, but it shows you how much he feeds."
Yes.
Good times,
so,
right?
Funny thing is, with that first message, the only person to ever DM me was Korn.
Did he DM you that he charged a wall?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I wanted it to be, like, kind of friendly, like memey, and then, like, it turned into other people's memes that I just didn't like, so I was like, okay.
Everyone shitpost in your special zone.
Yeah, it's like my baby, right? Like, someone started, like, making graves or graveyard, I'd be mad as well.
Fair enough. You were also one of the first to create Pogs, right?
Yes.
So you had a lot of influence in terms of interactions with the tournament, which I think have benefited us all greatly. So there's nothing but praises coming out for you as a mod. Allowing everybody, or allowing yourself to just do whatever you like, turned out to be actually a good idea, despite, you know, the fact that, you know, you were given basically no responsibility or issues. Just a blank check, and you turned it into something good.
I just felt like I wasn't doing anything, and I felt like
so
whatever you and Pasta were doing was, like, kind of, like, too complicated, XD. It was like you were making fucking spreadsheets, like documents, and I was like, I'll just add some other crap to the tournament.
So are you in a team currently?
I do have a team planned, yes, but we're keeping the roster a secret.
Okay. Within that particular team, what position do you think you'll be playing?
I feel like Lucio botting this tournament. No, I'm back on Genji, boys.
Back on Genji. I gotta say, like, seeing you play Genji instead of Stan in the prior tournament was a nice, was really nice to see, and Korn playing Reinhardt. I think it was a really neato potato to see that coming out from you lads.
Yes.
So how do you feel about the time that you've spent in this Discord and with this particular community? If, just an overall general feeling, whatever that might be. That's very subjective, I know, but just, try and answer, I guess.
It's been a big part of what I've been doing for the past, 8 months, right? I was just finishing up school, and then, I had this on the side, and it was fun hanging out with people, making money, and all sorts of things.
How do you feel about the recently announced merger that the Subcircuit is supposed to be doing with the Moon Cord?
When I first heard of it, it sounded a little bit scary. Sorry, voice crack. It sounded a little bit scary, but once, I read a little bit of what Moon was saying, I, basically felt like it wasn't gonna do anything bad. It would only do good. The only, real concern I have is, if, their mods have more power than us and, can oversee what we're doing, even though we can't really oversee what they're doing either.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? But
so, yeah, I get what you mean, though. The fact that they can check us, but we can't check them, in a manner of speaking. That they can come in our servers and, should they feel like, flex their authority in a manner of speaking, but their area is a no-go zone for us. How do you see the current state of Overwatch? And that's with regards to gameplay, development, tournaments, streams, etc.?
In terms of the game, I know people hated the last meta, but of course I'm a DPS player, and I've been having a lot of fun practicing my tracer and all. Mm-hmm. And I don't think this meta will be any different for me. I think it'll still be fun in the scrim environment. How the tourneys are gonna go, I'm not too sure of. How the meta is gonna be, I'm unsure. If it's gonna be dive, standard, or whatnot. OW League is something you have to wait and hope that it does well.
I agree. So, now this is just a question that and most of these questions were written by Cappuccino, so big thanks to him for helping out, writing out most of our topics and finding us information. But he has at the bottom, tell us something fun about yourself that we might not know.
Oh God.
What the fuck does that mean? Echo, your thought, your response?
It reminds me of high school, middle school, when the teacher would on the first day of school try to get everyone to know each other, and I guess never could answer that question.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I like memes.
Wait. So, what is your favorite meme? Is it Vsauce or Ducks?
Vsauce is always funny to me because it's a very specific kind of meme, where a duck meme can be very different from a Vsauce just saying, "Hey, Vsauce, Michael here." You know what I mean?
No.
No. Okay.
I have no idea. But I'll just agree with you and move on just a bit. So how long have you been playing video games in general? Would you say most of your life, or really just the budding teen years of your life?
Probably my entire life, but I've gotten to competitive on a little Xbox game called WWE 2K12. Not 2K, it was 12 at the time. And I had fun doing that.
I remember playing on the PS2, one of the old WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2003 or some shit.
Yeah.
And that was the polygons were there, and you could create your own character, and that was a fun time. And they had cutscenes, and they would use a bunch of pre-generated names or whatever. And my guy was the monster, some shit like that. It's fucking wonderful, dude. So if you had to pick one, what would you say is your favorite game? And if not the favorite, then one of your most favorite games. What game would you say resonates with you the most?
Uh, I have a lot of fun with Overwatch and the scrim environment. I would probably say it's like my favorite game right now because I play it the most, and I have been playing it like a lot over the past like year and a half. However
So you
long
say
the
that
game's
you've
been.
played Overwatch more than any other game?
Like currently, yeah. I mean, like, I might have just tied my hours in CS, but I never really had that much fun in going because I was just like not really good.
Fair enough. A fair point. So in the coming weeks, during this merger and post-merger, we will be having a series of tournaments. The Open is still on. It still will be happening, as will the Diamond and Below tournament and the possibility of a Counter-Strike Global Offensive tournament in the future. What recommendations would you have, Echo, to change or adapt or mix up with regards to how we go about doing the tournaments?
I'm not too sure on what we need to do. I feel like the opens are generally fine, right? We can't have them on the weekend because we want the last game to be casted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Diamond and Below, we don't really have an actual prize that keeps people wanting to play, and that's what is like a negative of that, I guess. Because like whenever we announce it, we get like so many players, but when the next Diamond and Below happens, like no one returns because it was basically pointless to them.
Well, I don't think we really need to maintain that much retention with the Diamond and Below tournament. I feel that it's if players want to come in and do like a one and done sort of deal, I think that's fine. That's
Yeah.
why we open up the tournament in the first place. Like, you have to understand that our audience are all, you know, just moon subs, and that's, you know, that's important to recognize that it doesn't necessarily matter whether or not these players come back, or whether or not we'd like for them to come back and we'd like for them to maintain solid teams. But in the end, it's not necessarily the bread and butter. It's not necessary. We do this. We do the Diamond and Below tournament as like a side, just a side project that we do for fun, really. Not that we don't do the Open for fun, but with the Open, there's a bit more on the line. We have higher expectations. People did ask us to do that, but no one asked us to do the Diamond and Below.
Yeah.
So, now for our final question. Do you have any words of wisdom? Any words of perhaps spite or anger towards any meta or player? Or anything in general that you'd like to say to our audience?
Next time you see Grok apples, tell them that you never die of a tracer.
Never dive a tracer.
Yes, a singular tracer. Never dive a singular tracer.
I will keep that in my mind. Thank you, Echo, for joining me in Grok Talk, the one-on-one interview situation. Again, Grok was out sick. I'm filling in for him. Thank you for joining us, and good night.
He's screaming right now. Fucking liar.
Don't ruin the joke.
Oh.